Today, we're going on a journey through time to explore the money rules that my grandmother learned during the Great Depression. It was a period of immense economic hardship, but it also taught valuable lessons about money management, frugality, and resilience. In this video, we will delve into the 20 money rules that my grandma lived by during those challenging times. Rule 1. Save for a rainy day. The first rule my grandma embraced was to save for a rainy day. During the Great Depression, uncertainty was the norm. Job security was scarce and financial stability was elusive. That's why she learned to set aside money for emergencies and unexpected expenses. It was a way to cushion the blow of unforeseen circumstances and navigate through the storms of life. It's a lesson we can all apply today, no matter the state of the economy or our personal financial situation. Rule 2. Live within your means. Living within your means is a timeless financial principle, and my grandma understood its importance. She believed that it was vital to spend less than what she earned. It meant making conscious choices and being mindful of her financial limit. She taught me the value of avoiding unnecessary debt and budgeting wisely. It's about finding a balance between our desires and our financial reality. By living within our means, we can build a solid foundation for financial stability and future growth. Rule 3. Prioritize needs over wants. During the Great Depression, distinguishing between needs and wants was crucial. With limited resources and a tight budget, my grandma knew that she had to prioritize her needs over her wants. She understood that it meant making tough choices and delaying gratification. It meant focusing on the essentials: food, shelter, clothing, and healthcare. By prioritizing needs over wants, she was able to stretch her limited resources and weather the storm of economic hardship. It's a lesson that holds true even in times of plenty. By identifying and prioritizing our true needs, we can make better financial decisions and avoid unnecessary expenses. Rule 4. Repurpose and reuse. The culture of resourcefulness was strong during the Great Depression, and my grandma embodied it. She believed in repurposing and reusing items whenever possible. It was a way of making the most out of what she had and reducing waste. Old clothes were transformed into quilts or rag rugs, and household items were repurposed for new uses. It was a mindset of creativity and innovation born out of necessity. By embracing the concept of repurposing and reusing, we not only save money, but also contribute to a more sustainable and eco-friendly lifestyle. Rule 5. Grow your own food. Home gardening was not just a hobby during the Great Depression. It was a way of life. With limited access to affordable produce, my grandma knew the value of growing her own food. It was a means of ensuring a steady supply of fresh and nutritious meals. She planted vegetables, fruits, and herbs in her backyard, even in the smallest of spaces. The satisfaction of growing and harvesting her own food went beyond saving money. It gave her a sense of self-reliance and the ability to provide for her family's needs. Today, with the resurgence of interest in gardening and the rise of urban farming, we can learn from her wisdom and reconnect with the earth by growing our own food. Rule 6. Cook from scratch. Cooking from scratch was not just a choice during the Great Depression. It was a necessity. My grandma understood that preparing meals at home was not only more affordable, but also healthier. By cooking from scratch, she could stretch her limited budget, control the quality of ingredients, and create delicious meals with simple, basic ingredients. She passed down treasured recipes that are still beloved today. From hearty stews to homemade bread, these recipes were a testament to her resourcefulness and culinary skills. By embracing the art of cooking from scratch, we can not only save money, but also savor the joys of homemade meals and nourish our bodies and souls. Rule 7. Mend and repair. Repairing clothing and household items was not just a way to save money during the Great Depression. It was a way of life. My grandma believed in the value of mending and making things last. She was a master at sewing buttons, darning socks, and patching up worn-out garments. It wasn't just about saving money. It was about cultivating a mindset of resourcefulness and reducing waste. Today, in our disposable culture, we can learn from her and embrace the art of mending and repairing. By extending the lifespan of our belongings through simple repairs, we can reduce our environmental footprint and save money in the process. Rule 8. Barter and trade. During the Great Depression, bartering and trading were not just economic practices. They were essential survival skills. With limited access to cash and scarce resources, my grandma knew the power of exchanging goods and services to get what she needed. Whether it was trading a loaf of bread for a jar of jam or bartering her sewing skills for a bag of vegetables, she understood the value of mutually beneficial exchanges. Today, in a world where we often rely on money to fulfill our needs and desires, we can take a page from her book and rediscover the art of bartering and trading. By tapping into our skills, talents, and resources, we can forge connections, save money, and build a stronger sense of community. Rule 9. Embrace frugality. We'll get to that in a second. I have a favor to ask of you. If you like this video so far, please subscribe to the channel. Frugality was not just a buzzword during the Great Depression. It was a mindset my grandma embraced wholeheartedly. She believed in making the most out of every penny and finding joy in simplicity. She was resourceful, inventive, and mindful of her spending. Frugality wasn't about deprivation. It was about being intentional with her choices and finding satisfaction in the little things. She taught me that frugality is not just about saving money, but also about cultivating gratitude, contentment, and a sense of abundance. By embracing frugality, we can take control of our finances, reduce our financial stress, and live a more fulfilling life. Rule 10. Avoid wasting anything. During the Great Depression, wasting anything was unthinkable. With resources in short supply, my grandma understood the importance of minimizing waste. Whether it was food, clothing, or household items, she found ways to ensure that nothing went to waste. She repurposed leftovers, recycled materials, and repatched worn-out clothes. Today, in a society where waste is abundant, we can learn from her and make conscious choices to reduce waste in our lives. By adopting habits such as meal planning, composting, and upcycling, we can not only save money, but also contribute to a more sustainable future. Rule 11. DIY and home repairs. Doing things yourself and handling home repairs were not just cost-saving measures during the Great Depression. They were essential survival skills. With limited resources and a scarcity of professional services, my grandma took matters into her own hands. She learned how to fix broken furniture, repair leaky faucets, and even build basic structures. The pride and satisfaction she gained from these DIY endeavors went beyond financial savings. Today, in a world where we often rely on hired professionals for every task, we can learn from her resourcefulness and embrace the joy of DIY projects. By learning basic skills and taking on home repairs ourselves, we can save money, develop new talents, and find a sense of empowerment. Rule 12. Save for future goals. Planning for the future was not a common practice during the Great Depression, but my grandma understood the importance of setting financial goals and saving for them. Despite the challenges of the times, she believed in the power of saving and preparing for the unknown. Whether it was for a new home, education, or retirement, she set aside a portion of her earnings to build a better future. Today, in an age of instant gratification and consumerism, we can learn from her discipline and foresight. By setting financial goals and diligently saving for them, we can secure our future, achieve our dreams, and weather any economic storm that may come our way. Rule 13. Be resourceful. Resourcefulness was not just a skill during the Great Depression. It was a way of life. With limited resources and a scarcity mentality, my grandma learned to make the most out of what she had. She embraced creativity, innovation, and problem solving. Whether it was finding alternative uses for everyday items or discovering new ways to stretch her resources, she was always resourceful. Today, in a world of abundance and convenience, we can learn from her and cultivate our resourcefulness. By tapping into our creativity and thinking outside the box, we can find solutions to our challenges, save money, and live a more sustainable life. Rule 14. Diversify income sources. Having multiple income streams was not just a luxury during the Great Depression. It was a survival strategy. With limited job opportunities and a volatile economy, my grandma sought various ways to earn extra money. She took on side jobs, utilized her skills, and explored new avenues of income. Today, in a world of gig economies and remote work, we can learn from her and diversify our income sources. By identifying our strengths, talents, and passions, we can create additional income streams, enhance our financial security, and pursue a more fulfilling life. Rule 15. Practice patience. Patience is a virtue, especially when it comes to financial decisions. My grandma understood the power of delayed gratification. She knew that waiting and saving for the things she truly wanted was far more rewarding than impulsive spending. During the Great Depression, patience was not just a choice, it was a necessity. Today, in a world of instant gratification and easy credit, we can learn from her and practice patience. By taking the time to save, plan, and make informed decisions, we can avoid unnecessary debt, build financial stability, and achieve our long-term goals. Rule 16. Plan for retirement. Planning for retirement might not have been common during the Great Depression, but my grandma understood its importance. Despite the economic uncertainty, she believed in securing her future. She saved diligently and made financial decisions with retirement in mind. Today, in an era where retirement planning is more crucial than ever, we can learn from her wisdom. By starting early, maximizing our retirement accounts, and seeking professional advice, we can build a solid foundation for our golden years and enjoy the fruits of our labor. Rule 17. Be skeptical of debt. During the Great Depression, cautionary approaches to debt were prevalent. With limited access to credit and the memory of financial hardships fresh in their minds, my grandma and many others were skeptical of debt. They understood the potential risks and consequences of borrowing beyond their means. Today, in a society fueled by easy credit and consumerism, we can learn from their caution. By being mindful of our borrowing, avoiding unnecessary debt, and managing existing debt responsibly, we can maintain our financial well-being and avoid the pitfalls that can lead to financial instability. Rule 18. Invest wisely. Investing wisely in assets with long-term value is a lesson my grandma learned during the Great Depression. Despite the economic turmoil, she recognized the power of investing and building wealth over time. She focused on assets such as real estate, stocks, and bonds that had the potential to grow and provide financial security. Today, in a world of investment opportunities and financial markets, we can learn from her wisdom. By educating ourselves, diversifying our investments, and seeking professional advice, we can make smart investment decisions, grow our wealth, and achieve our financial goals. Rule 19. Educate yourself about money. Financial literacy is a key component of financial success. My grandma understood the importance of educating herself about money. She devoured books, attended seminars, and sought knowledge from financial experts. She believed that understanding the principles of money management, budgeting, and investing was essential to her financial well-being. Today, in an age of information and easy access to resources, we can follow in her footsteps. By investing in our financial education, seeking out reliable sources of information, and continuously learning about personal finance, we can gain the knowledge and skills necessary to make informed decisions and achieve financial success. Rule 20. Pass down financial wisdom. Finally, my grandma believed in passing down financial wisdom. She understood that the lessons she learned during the Great Depression were not meant to be forgotten, but to be shared and passed on to future generations. Today, as we navigate our own financial challenges and opportunities, it is crucial that we learn from the experiences of those who came before us. By sharing our knowledge, experiences, and money-saving tips, we can help others achieve financial stability, resilience, and a brighter future.